Today we would like to introduce Greentec K2 Japanese plane gauge. So, in the packages, if you open it, you will see the gauge here. It's a gauge for checking the width of the blade and length of the blade. And this portion is for checking the taper angles. And this one is the Greentec gauge itself. And in the gauge you will see many screws. We can explain what it is and also scales. So let's try once. Firstly, we use this it's dimension and angle gauge to check the blade width and length and taper angle. So you put the gauge here, put against the side wall of the blade, and then check the width of the blade is, this one is 72 millimeter, right? So we write down here 72 millimeter, and then we check the length of the blade. So when you check the length of the blade, you need to check from the bottom to the start line of the taper. So we will check, this is gonna be 89 millimeter. Yes, and then we write down 89 millimeter here. And the third step, we need to check the taper angles. So you see, this is 26.5, a little bit, and it's 27, not that fixed. And this, yeah, it's fixed firmly, it's 28 degree. So we write down 28 degree of taper, and then come with the gauge itself. So first we'll explain what these screws for. So the white screw is basically it's a clamp screw. You insert the blade into the slit and then you tighten the screw to fixed position of the blade in the center of the gauge. And then the black screw behind the white one is for adjusting the width of the blade, so to make the blade mount in the center of the gauge. So we just said the blade width is 72 millimeter. So we're gonna go 70 and a little bit, and then we fix the blade, and then we try once. We insert the blade into the gauge and tighten the white screw to fix the blade. So now we have the blade in the center of the gauge. And then we see the other side. Here we can see two different scales. This scale is for length of the blade from bottom to the start line of taper. And this one is for taper angles. So if you want to go 89 millimeter long blade with 28 degrees, you need to fine tune the blade to make the length and the angle on the straight line. So how to adjust the length and the angles? You see here, this one is for adjusting to loosen the screw to adjusting the angles. And this one, you loosen it and also can change the length of the blade. So let's try 90 millimeter long, 28 degree. So we loosen the angle screw to mix the scales 89 millimeter and 28 degree. Yes, just a little bit. then tighten the screw. Also tighten this screw for length. And then still we see after we fixing the screw, the screw is a little bit moved. Then we use this one, the roller, to fine tune the angles. So you can see, you can adjust the scales a little bit. Yeah, it's 89 millimeter long and 28 degree. And then we use the sharpening stone and put the gauge and blade on it and sharpening the blade. This is for today. Thank you.